Hello friends, in this video we will discuss about how to get the different frequencies values for the flex grid. So we have already made a video in which we had already discussed about the different frequencies values for the fixed grid. So this is the video for different frequencies values for the flex grid. So here you need to know what the flex grid exactly means. It means that the channel slot width for the channel which is used is not fixed and we can vary according to our requirements. So for that flexible DWDM grid, the allowed frequency slots have a nominal center frequency defined by. So this is the standard formula by which you can get the different frequencies values for the flex grid. So this is the 193.1 plus n cos 0.00625, where n is a positive or negative integer including 0, and 0.00625 is the nominal center frequency granularity in terahertz. So in FlexGrid, it is very important to choose the slot width for a particular frequency which we are choosing. So the slot width is defined by 12.5 into m, where m is a positive integer. This does not include the zero value, and it includes the values, all the positive values beginning from 1. So 12.5 is the slot width granularity in gigahertz. So this is the minimum when m is equal to 1. So one more important point is any combination of frequency slots is allowed if no two frequency slots overlap. So the two frequency slots should not overlap with each other. So we need to choose the frequency and the slot width in such a way that two slot width does not overlap with each other. So here you can see that we have selected m is equal to 1. So the slot width is 12.5 gigahertz. So this is the minimum slot width granularity, which is 12.5 gigahertz. And the minimum channel spacing for this flex grid is 6.25. So this is the importance and this is the benefit of the flex grid, that the channel spacing is divided uh, in more smaller values. So basically you can say that in flex grid that the channel spacing is fixed, and that is around 6.25 gigahertz. But there is a freedom of choosing the slot width for any particular frequency. So we will discuss in detail about this. So moving to the next slide. So before moving to the next slide and going in details, we need to know some important points like frequency grid, frequency slot, and slot width. So this is the diagram which I used to explain this. So in this formula, by keeping value n is equal to -8 and m is equal to 4, we will get this frequency slot width and this frequency. So by keeping n is equal to -8, so this is 0, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is our desired frequency, this blue arrow. So by keeping m is equal to 4, we will get 12.5 into 4, that is equal to 25 into 2, or around 50 gigahertz. So this is the 50 gigahertz channel slot width. So we are choosing this frequency, and the channel slot width is 50 gigahertz. So the range of frequency which comes in this slot weight, like this frequency, this five frequency come in this slot. So this range of frequencies are called the frequency slot, and the width of this frequency slot, that is equal to 50 gigahertz, that is called the slot width, and the frequency which we are using is called the frequency grade. So these are the frequency grade, slot, and slot width. So in details we will uh, see in next slide. So moving to the next. For channel spacing 6.25 flex grid. So in flex grid, we can say that we are using the channel spacing of fixed 6.25 gigahertz. But the flex grid allows us to choose the slot width that is not available in the fixed grid. And one more thing is important in flex grid is that flex grid allows us to break the frequency spacing in more smaller values. So like in fixed grid, we have seen we are using 12.5 gigahertz, 25 gigahertz, 50 gigahertz, and 100 gigahertz channel spacing. So there the slot width and the channel spacing both are the fixed. But here in FlexGrid, we can say that we are using the fixed channel spacing 6.25 gigahertz, but we have availability to choose the channel slot width. This is the beauty of FlexGrid. So the for channel spacing of 6.25 gigahertz on a fiber, the allowed channel frequency is defined by this frequency. This formula 193.1 plus n cross 0.00625. So by keeping the value of n is a positive integer or the negative integer including zero value, we will get the different frequencies values. So by keeping n is equal to 0, we will get this value. By keeping n is equal to 1, 2, 3 or moving toward the positive integer in this formula, we will get the different frequencies values and the corresponding wavelength is given here. In the same way, when we are moving toward the negative integer, we will get these values and the corresponding wavelength is this. We are using this formula. So this is the different frequencies values for this 6.25 gigahertz. And this wavelength can be converted, or wavelength or frequencies values can be get by this formula. So this is the basic formula, lambda f is equal to c. We have lambda is in wavelength, which we are getting by keeping n is equal to different values in this formula. So we will get different wavelength values by keeping in this lambda and value of c, which is giving here speed of light. We will get the different wavelength value. So we can calculate these different wavelength values by these frequencies. So this is just the calculation. So moving to the next slide. Selection of center frequency. So this is very important point. Selection of center frequency in FlexGrid. So how we choose our required frequencies and slot width. So these are the formula. We have two formula. This formula is for the selecting the frequency, and this formula 12.5 into m for selecting the slot width. Suppose we have values selected n is equal to -8 and m is equal to 4. It means n is equal to -8 means we have selected this center frequency for our application, for our use, and the slot width for this frequency is 50 gigahertz. So it is very important in selection in center frequency in FlexGrid that we need to choose center frequency and the slot width in such a way that no any two slot width should overlap with each other. So if we use n is equal to -8 and m is equal to 4, then we cannot select the frequencies values for -6, -7, -8, -9 and -10. So we cannot select these frequency. So the next available frequency is 4 -5, and if we choose m is equal to 1, because we have only 6.25 gigahertz channel spacing is available here. So if we need to choose the next frequency just adjacent to this center frequency with the same slot width, then we need to select uh, n is equal to -4. If we choose n is equal to -4, so this will be our center frequency and the 50 gigahertz slot from 1, 2, 3, 4 from here to here. So in this way we need to select our frequency, center frequency and the slot width. So it is very important points when we are choosing the center frequency. So we need to keep in mind no any slot width should overlap with each other, and the frequencies range which are coming in any slot width cannot be chosen by any other slot width. So suppose we are choosing any other slot width, so like from here to here, so we cannot choose these frequencies. So these are the limitation, and this is very important point which we keep in mind. So moving to the next. So significance, benefit and importance of FlexGrid. So in this video we have already told that a FlexGrid is basically used to break up the spectrum up into more smaller slots, smaller channel spacing. The key feature of FlexGrid is that contiguous slots can be joined to form arbitrary size block of a spectrum. So we can choose any width of frequency slot width. So this is the means freedom of this flex grid. We can choose a slot width according to our need. This additional flexibility will allow faster transponder that utilize high spectral efficiency modulation techniques but no longer fit within a 50 GHz slot due to their larger spectral width requirement to be carried by the optical network. So suppose if a transponder is using any high spectral efficiency modulation techniques and it needs more than 50 gigahertz like 75 gigahertz or 100 gigahertz slot width. So suppose we are using a fixed gate 50 gigahertz and any transponder requires 75 gigahertz slot width, so we cannot use that transponder for that fixed gate, but in flex grid we can use this transponder whether it is required 20 sorry 25 gigahertz slots or whether it is required 100 gigahertz slot width. So this is the freedom of this flex grid. From the use of these new spectrum, efficient modulation format and the final control over spectrum allocation can be achieved. So in the same mean system, we can use 50 gigahertz, 75 gigahertz, 100 gigahertz, or 25 gigahertz. Any slot width we can use in flex grid system. A key benefit that flex grid offers network operator is that their WDM networks can carry more traffic. Like if you use the fixed grid, so there is a wastage of spectral space. Like if we need only 25 or 37.5 gigahertz channel slot spacing and we are using 50 gigahertz slot, then there is a wastage of spectral space. So that can be reduced in this flex grid. One of the motivation for this flexible grid is to allow a mixed bit rate or mixed modulation format transmission system to allocate frequency slot with different width so that they can optimize for the bandwidth requirements of the particular bit rate and modulation scheme of the individual channel. So this is very important point. If you read more carefully, you will get more information in this point. So this is all about the flex grid. Thank you for watching.